Do you want to know how to manifest $1 million? Where there's a lot of ways to manifest $1 million. And I will tell you, as I'm sitting under a wash, which is a bridge that holds water when it rains. I'm from the desert, and we have washes here in deserts, and they're pretty sketchy places, but this seemed all right, and it's freaking hot outside, so just came under here for on a little walkie, as you hear her profusely breathing crazy in the background. But I got her, my little doggy, Sakura, and my little guy up here smoking a joint, my little bird smoking a joint. And we're going to talk about how to manifest $1 million. Have I made $1 million in my lifetime? Maybe, maybe not. The whole thing about manifestation, and it's trending. Oh, manifest this. I want to manifest my best life. I want to manifest the perfect relationship. I want to manifest all this money. Yada, yada, yada. Those are great, but those are part of the material and physical world that we're in. And this physical life is a pretty wild train that we're on, or what do you call it? Those roller, yeah, it's a pretty wild roller coaster in this world that we're on. But the thing about manifestation that a lot of people do not know, it's not about getting actual money. It's not about having an actual relationship. Every single thing in this life is about our relationship with God and with our higher power. And that's not a religious God. And if that's your choice of how you want to serve God through religion, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But the whole thing about manifestation is being it, feeling it, doing it, and then having it. It's not in the order that we're taught. The natural order for manifestation is be it, feel it, do it, have it. That is not the order that we are taught to get things or feel things, or not just feel things, but just get things. And the order that we're taught to get things or manifest things is have it. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because I just felt an inspiration to talk about manifestations. I'm still in the process of evolving myself and discovering who I truly am. There's a lot of things where I question myself about, is this me? Am I being real? Am I being authentic? Was this kind? Was this part of my purpose? Yada, yada, yada. Whatever my pathway is, I always reflect on that and see how I can do better and see just really, am I on the right path? That's something that I do. And I said all of that is because I'm not where I want to be, which is not true. We are all already there. I am already there. We don't know it. And the way that seers and gurus get things or how they do things is because they already know that they have it. They already know that they are worthy of it. They already know that they are it. That knowing that they are it is number one. And the thing with relationships is relationships are funky as humans. It's weird. Humans can be sketchy. Humans can be weird. And I'm just realizing that there is a person over there under this underpass. And I'm just gonna, which is absolutely fine, but this is, going in washes is known to be a place to use and do drugs and to do wild things, which I'm not here to do. I am just here to get some shade and take some space. Anyways, the thing about relationships with other humans, it can get complicated. And it's not about what is happening on the outside. Humans can be manipulative, humans betray, our partners betray us, friendships go wrong, we get rejected, we make mistakes, we say the wrong thing, we do the wrong thing, all kinds of stuff can happen. But the thing about relationships is our relationship with ourself, number one. When we feel in more vibration with our true self, with who we are aligned with. And this is something that I know and that I state, something that I still am working on myself. And that's okay. That doesn't mean that I'm not on the right pathway. I'm still doing my work. And it's not something that is an overnight process that just happens and it's easy. It takes a little work, and that's okay. But if we truly want to experience the things that we dream of, the things behind it are releasing, letting go, and realizing that we are full and whole without those things. And it doesn't require those things for us to be happy. And that it's okay. If those things do help, they absolutely do. It's okay that we have that. It's okay that those things help us to feel better. But the biggest thing is us returning to our true self, which is whole and happy and full without the materialistic things, without the relationship, without all these other things. Don't get me wrong, those things help. Stability, beautiful relationships, a lot of money, feels really nice, and it really helps. But it's not about those things. It took me earning a lot of money to realize that it's not about money. It's not about that thing. It's not about the relationship. I got all of those things, and I realized these things are not making me feel better. And that's okay. They should. That's what we're told. But it's deeper than the materialistic things. If we want to manifest all these things, we have to realize that we're already manifesting every single thing right now, that everything is already really good. Even if we're in a terrible situation, this life is really complicated. It can get really difficult, but there still are really beautiful things going on. There are a lot of things. Source, spirit, and our spirit guides and angels are always with us. You see the wind blowing, you see the plants moving, you feel the air on your face, you breathe in oxygen. Those are all things that are created by God and source and spirits or whatever. There's a spirit world that literally coordinates every single grain of sand on this earth, that molds it themselves, and that coordinates all the elements of all these things. And yes, there are a lot of terrible things going on in this world, but that's part of the illusion, and God wants us to focus on the truth. And the truth for me is that life is good and it is beautiful. There is a duality. The duality is there for us to discern. And my purpose may be different from yours, and we all have different purposes, we all have different experiences, and we all have different things. And there are some really terrible things that happen in this earth, but there are so much more beautiful things that happen. The time that we get to have with lungs, with our lungs and our breath, with breath in our lungs, oxygen in our body, and our organs working for us, and our cells, and all of these things working for us, there is something in our favor. We would not be alive, we would not exist if we were not worthy of existing. And this is something that a lot of us have to work on. I still have to work on this. There are some times where I forget and I still get caught in the illusion. It's hard. How could we not? There's so many things that are just distracting us nowadays. It's 2025. We have cell phones. There's a lot of, more than cell phones, we have a lot of materialistic things. There's a lot of news. There's a lot of political hardship, a lot of economic hardship. There's a lot of suffering in the world. But suffering is illusion. It is happening. And a lot of people who are manifestors or this manifesting, oh, manifest this or that, whatever, come back to me when you get your leg cut off or you get someone out of your mouth or something. Okay, you come back to me when you experience those moments, because they are difficult. And when you're in that moment, what do? You fight for your life. You do everything possible to survive. Okay, but most of the time, outside of those terrible things that happen, most of the time, most people in the world experience goodness and abundance. Most times there are people that sadly do experience a lot of unfortunate things. But if you count your breath and you count the amount of times that you breathe and that your heart beats, that is good. I know this, I kind of maybe introduced this video a little mischievous. Manifest $1 million maybe? That's possible. But that $1 million don't mean shit, okay? It doesn't mean anything when you're miserable. It doesn't mean anything when you feel terrible about yourself, or you feel ugly, or you just don't like yourself. Money is great, money is fun. Trust me, it really is, and it's helpful. It really does help things out. It smooths a lot of edges out for us. But after some time, after that money sinks in, and that's your new state of being, you return back to the old state, feeling miserable. And that's okay, you know? I think the whole point of this video was to say that, but also to relate it to, I already talked about relationships kind of vaguely, but going back to infidelity, you know, when we get cheated on and we're like, oh, they did this to me, I'm going to expose them, or, you know, how dare they do this to me, yada, yada, yada. Not that it's not valid, it's completely valid, you know. Humans can't really always be reliable when it comes to terms and conditions and contracts and rules, because we are not born to be bound by rules. We're to be free. And someone that cheats, they are a sucker, okay? Because they are just ashamed of being polyamorous. And there's nothing wrong with being polyamorous. I don't practice polyamory, but there are people who do. And I have a lot of friends who are polyamorous, and I've learned a lot about relationships because of them, or from them, and the things that they have told me with the wisdoms that they have from their personal experience of being pretty unattached to other people. And there's nothing wrong with being angry about being cheated on, but the thing is infidelity is just, it's a portal to God. It's a portal to peace, honestly, if you take it that way. If you don't, then that's okay too. But the pain that we experience in this life it's our portal to freedom. It's our portal to expanding and to be a bigger person in terms of being more of who you truly are, expanding on who you truly are, and expanding on your true self. Because outside of all of these societal things, we're like in the society that we're in with all these cars we drive, the houses we have, the cell phones we have, the money we make, yada yada, the list goes on. I always talk about this. That's not who we truly. Oh, I slurred out my word. That's not who we truly are. I still am discovering myself, and that's okay. You know, I'm just keeping it real. Personally, I think the authenticity is being unattached, unprovoked, unbothered, and have the ability to speak one's truth and to speak oneself without fear. And when it is due, that is authenticity to me, and that's something that I'm working towards. You know, we all are working towards our true selves, and that's okay. But that's the way to truly manifest $1 million and keep that money and keep gaining money. Is you can work really hard. You don't have to be your authentic self to make $1 million. You can do a grind of some kind, all kinds of different works. Grow online as a social media influencer. There's a trillion different ways to make $1 million. But the only real way to truly enjoy that money is to be your authentic self and to be unattached and to realize that you're full, that you're whole, and love as many people as possible and share that wealth with others. Because that's what a lot of people who are multimillionaires, like celebrities and all these people who have all this money, why do they have all this money? That's awesome that they have it, you know, but it's like there's other people in this world that can serve it better. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if you give other people money. They're still not going to do what they got to do. You know, a lot of people are still stuck in their pain. Even people with millions and millions of dollars are stuck in their pain and their loss. They just know how to manifest money. So it really is about connecting with our true self and with God to make $1 million and to keep that $1 million and really enjoy it. That's all I had to say.